been a hot minute since I made a video. In fact, this is my first video for 2020. I've had a lot going on mentally, and I've had a lot going on in life recently, so just haven't been in the right frame of mind to make any videos. But I'm bored right now, and I thought, you know what, let's do this. I've had a few video ideas brewing in my head recently, but I really wanted my first video of the year to be a comic book one. So and ignore my voice. I had a band practice tonight with a new band, and I've totally lost my voice, so excuse that. I went to Big City Comics this week to pick up my first comic book haul of the year. Fortunately, I didn't get to make a video with Mark because I just wasn't in the mood, but I figured I'll just show you the books that I picked up for my first haul of 2020. So let's do this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you is not something that came out for New Comic Book Day. This is actually an old series which has finished up sometime last year, but I always want to read it, and then Mark happened to have the complete collection, issue 1 to 6 of The Magic Order by Mark Millar. It's a 6-issue miniseries from Image Comics. I remember seeing this a while back and hearing good things about it, but by the time I sort of wanted to get on board, the series had finished and I thought it was going to be pretty hard to get the first couple of issues, but Mark actually had the complete set in first print, so I actually picked up the complete set, issue 1 to 6. I love this cover on the back, by the way, that I don't know who she is, or you know, but I really dig that cover. She's a bit of a babe, and apparently she fights like a girl. Mark's explanation of this comic series, he said, it's a cross between Sopranos and Harry Potter. So that's going to be interesting. So let's have a look at the books that came out this week that I picked up. First one is Harley, Quinn and Poison Ivy, issue 5. There's only one issue left to go. I actually really dig this standard cover this time. It's actually very nice. I don't actually know who did it. I can probably find out. Mikkel Janin? I don't know, but yeah, it's actually a really good cover, and the art in this book is actually very good. I always pick up all the covers for this series as well. They get different artists to do the variants. This time they've got Josh Middleton, who's a great artist. He's done some fantastic Aquaman covers before that I've seen and I actually really want. They're the variant covers that join up. Very nice. Everybody loves some Catwoman. I'll show you the variant cover first. I always buy every cover. I have every cover from this series because it's actually the very first series that I ever collected starting from issue 1. It was one of the first books I ever bought. This variant cover is pretty cool. It's done by Ian McDonald. I can't lie, I much prefer the standard cover this time around, which is done by Joelle Jones. According to Mark, it might be Jolie Jones. I'm not sure actually how to say it. I'm a big fan of her, Selena Kyle, and the standard cover is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I look forward to actually reading this too. I've actually been reading a lot recently. In fact, it took well over a month off, and the other night I finally picked up some books and I read a couple of issues of things. But this one I might even read tonight because this one everyone is excited for. James Tynion has taken over from Tom King on Batman. This is Batman 86. I only picked up the standard cover. I'm excited for a new beginning for Batman. That's Batman issue 86. Oh, I've got some Marvel going on next. So, as you may or may not know, I'm a bit of a Black Widow fan. I got a bit of a thing for her. And these standard covers for this series have been amazing. I actually really dig them. They've pretty much mostly been better than pretty much all the variants, I think, personally. But yeah, that's issue 5 of The Web of Black Widow. I think there's just one more left. I believe it's 6 issues. This book has a lot of hype. There's many variants for this book, but I just picked up the standard one. I mean, I don't know a lot about comic book stuff, obviously, because I'm new, and I especially don't know that much about Marvel. Most of the stuff I know about Marvel is learnt from the movies and the MCU, and my favorite character from the whole Avengers and all that stuff is actually Thor, so I really want to read some Thor, so I picked up Thor issue 1. This is meant to be a big deal. It's written by Donny Cates, and Donny Cates seems to be just, you know, the be-all end-all at Marvel at the moment. Everyone's banging on about how good this guy is, so I'm excited to read some Thor. Alright, next, Justice League Dark. Again, I really need to get back on this book. I like how this book comes out very slowly because, yeah, I think I read maybe the first 8 issues, maybe. So I'm about 10 issues behind at the moment. This is written by James Tynion, who obviously has taken over from Batman. There's the cover there. I believe he's probably going to end his Justice League Dark run, so I don't know where this book's going, if it's just going to finish or if another writer's going to take over from it. But I do recommend this book. It's a great read. I'm not a fan of magic, but this book makes me like magic. Alright, again, my boy Red Hood Outlaw, issue 41, just the standard cover there. Artemis and Bizarro are back in the storyline. If you read this, if you do read Red Hood, yeah, Artemis and Bizarro were the Outlaws, and then they sort of disappeared for a little while, and Red Hood just went solo. So it's not called Red Hood and the Outlaws, it's just been called Red Hood Outlaw for quite some time now, and that's when he first changed his look, which is my look, my Red Hood. So yeah, it should be interesting. I have been keeping up to date with this, and I'm a big fan of Cloud9, who's on the cover here. Yeah, Cloud9. Like my voice? Yeah, I like my voice. I don't. Anyway, that's a Red Hood issue 41. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 37. I am 500 issues behind on this. I really need to pick this up. I really have to cut some titles this year. I am spending a lot of money on these books and really not doing them justice by, I'm not reading enough, so yeah, I really got to, I think, pick and choose wisely with the books that I keep getting. I did enjoy Nick Spencer's run from what I did read. Yeah, I should really get back on board with this, but yeah, that's Amazing Spider-Man issue 37. This came out, I believe, a few weeks earlier, but it wasn't a book that Mark got, but I wanted it, so he ordered it for me, and that is Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Yeah, it's Wonder Woman Black Label, so I have to check it out. I have to check out all the DC Black Label stuff. I would like to do another video about the DC Black Label titles, because the last one I did was really just when Batman Dead was like the only book that had come out. Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity. I haven't read issue 1 of this. First one here, you got Harley Quinn there, bit of a Joker there as well. And here's I don't know which one's the variant and which one's the standard for this, but I actually really dig this. This cover's quite nice. I like it. It's a little bit creepy, a little bit scary, but it's quite a good cover. Again, I didn't look up who did the artist, who did the art, sorry, and I really couldn't bother opening it up and finding out. Yeah, they're my books that I picked up for my first haul of 2020. Actually, I'll show you some other stuff. I've got two things. I picked up 2 things. But one of them I'm going to save for another video. I just want to show you one thing that I picked up at the toy shop. Check this out. So I picked up an old Batmobile, right? I saw this Batmobile, and I remember specifically when I was a kid, I had this Batmobile. The reason I remember, it came all back to me because on the top of the Batmobile there, you'll see that there's a little bat symbol. Now, when I was a kid, I had this Batmobile and I loved it, but I hated the fact that there was a bat symbol on the top of the car, because in the movie there is no bat symbol on the top of his car. So I remember specifically as a kid that I hated that. But I picked this up because yeah, I really wanted to get an 89 Batmobile to go along with my 66 Batmobile there that I grabbed. This is from my childhood that I got back from my brother Jason. But here's the crazy thing about this, right? So it's sealed, as you can see. It was about 29 bucks, and when I came home and I grabbed it out of the bag, I accidentally dropped it. And when I dropped it, I saw something fly around on the floor, and I was like, oh, I must have hit something. And then I realized the car had flown out because this was not sealed. It was just glued back on. So it wasn't actually a sealed toy. I don't know how I feel about it. And now it's just out and about, and I don't know if I should just keep it out of the packaging now or if I should glue it back in, because I feel like gluing it back in, that's cheating. It's not really sealed, so I might just keep the card and maybe just keep the car on the outside of it now. But yeah, that was just a weird thing that sort of happened, and yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. Anyway, that's my first video. I'm sorry if it was a bit boring and my tone's not as chirpy as it usually is, but hey, I did it. I made my first video for 2020, and look, hopefully there's a lot more to come. Yeah, I love making these YouTube videos, guys, so for you to watch, I really appreciate it, and this has really become my escape. When I press record, I literally am in my own world, knowing that, there's about 5 of you guys watching out there, so yeah, thank you guys so much. I look forward to 2020 and making more videos for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep it simple.